Yet again, Altrincham put in a superb performance to win by 3-1 against AFC Telford United this afternoon. And we're talking to Connor Hampson, who scored the all-important second goal. Connor, we've been absolutely flying in recent weeks and been by far the better team, but it was a much tougher opposition from Telford this afternoon.
Yeah, I think they're a full-time side, are they? They're fit, they're strong, they've got good pace up top, but I think we nullified that. How we set up, we were nice and compact. I don't think the pitch helped at all today. It was wet, it was horrible, but we ground the result out, and that's all that matters at this point of the season. We
couldn't really play our normal passing game today on the surface. It was very difficult, particularly in the first half when there was a lot of rain on the pitch. But it was the same for both sides, but it was a very competitive game.
It was competitive. I mean, over the far side, the ball was sticking, so it was in puddles. There were tackles flying in, so it was kind of like an old game, so to speak. But I think the lads dug in, they did what they needed to do, and we come out with the 3 points, and it's another 3 points that we need. And we're in the playoffs now, we're in a strong position, so we just need to keep going.
We've opened the scoring with probably our first real opportunity of the game. It was a really good move. JJ's been involved well, and Josh Hancock, Neil and Phil have always said he gets his goals in fits and starts, but he's on fire at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing very well, but as JJ is, as Humey is, Callum's come in, he's done very well for us. I mean, I think they had an opportunity in straight away. We sprung the counter-attack and JJ was in, beat 2 players, passed it inside, and Hanks was there to finish. And I think his recent form's been flying. He's putting a shift in, but he's also getting his goals. He deserves it.
We were ahead for 8 minutes. Telford have equalised. Daniel Ludo was a very good player. Played against us for Halesoe in last season on loan from Crewe, and it was one of those where we half cleared the ball a couple of times, but you did feel that the danger wasn't over, and sure enough, the ball was in the back of our net. Yeah,
it was a bit of a scramble. I mean, the far side of the pitch doesn't help, but I think the goal mouth as well, it's sodden, so if the ball's in there, it's going to be bounced back, it's going to stick, and he pounced on it. To be fair to him, and I think it was Tom Hannigan who couldn't get across in time, but yeah, he ended up putting it in the net.
In the second half, we've had a couple of good chances before we eventually did take the lead. Jordan Hume with a great header from a JJ cross, a really good delivery, and also Callum Mantak one-on-one went very close. But Telford were always in the game, and I've got to say, I thought James Jones did a really good job on Daniel Ludo, who was a real handful, and Tom Hannigan was his usual dependable self.
Yeah, I don't think we started the half too well, to be honest. I think for the first 10-15 minutes I thought they were on top. I thought we were a bit flat. We didn't get going after the second half because we finished the first half very well. But then we grew into the game, like you say. Humey had a good chance. Callum should have scored, but that's football, isn't it? At the end of the day, sometimes you take your chances, sometimes you don't, and they didn't then. And thankfully, we still come out with the win.
The free kick that led to your goal, it was an interesting affair. I think the ball was played into Callum Mantak in the area, half of an appeal for a penalty. The ball came out to Sean and he was taken out. It was a great position for you, but you must have been delighted with the execution of the free kick.
Yeah, well, when Callum went through, I thought, go down, a bit of contact, but I think it fell to Denzi. Denzi won the free kick, and I was still stood on the halfway line, and I think Multi turned around and said, this suits the left footer. So I just thought, yeah, go on, and I'll come and have a look. And I don't know whether the way I set up, I was giving the eyes to the keeper that I was going to go over the wall, and then he didn't really move, did he? To be fair, he just flew in. Couldn't have been any happier, to be honest. I think you saw from my celebration how I ran on my knees in front of all the crowd and got going. So yeah, it was good. Nice to see it going.
Yeah, Andy Wycherley didn't move a muscle in the goal, and the ball seemed to be in the air for quite a long time. But I think you're going to enjoy watching that on Alty TV.
I'm going to have it on repeat when I get home from Dublin. Anyway, I'll tell you that. I'm sure my dad will go home as well and watch it.
And then we've put the icing on the cake with the third goal from Tom Hancock. Once again, really well constructed goal. And Ashley Hemmings, who's coming in this week, joined on loan from Fylde. He's done superbly in the sort of 20 minutes or so that he was on.
Yeah, it was a great little cameo when he come on. He looked sharp, bright, was driving at him, and then he kept his head when it mattered and slid Hanks in, thankfully, Hanks put it in the back of the net.
So you mentioned you're off to Dublin now, so that's a repeat of last season's trip, which was this weekend last year. And the the team spirit at the moment is absolutely fantastic. So I'm sure you're going to have a great time over there.
Yeah, well, camaraderie is class. I love being here, and all the lads love being here. You know, it's not a chore coming in. Everybody enjoys it. It's a laugh. You know, and I'm sure we'll go to Dublin now. We'll let our hair down, but be back to next week when I think we play Stockport here in the FA Trophy. You know, back to business, and we'll be looking to get the win there and move on in that competition as well. And
you've been at Altrincham now just over a year. It's worked out really well for you. It's been a great move.
Yeah, I've absolutely loved it. You know, what happened at Stockport was a little bit unfortunate, but that's it. Sometimes it doesn't work out for you. You just got to move on. The gaffer gave me the platform here to come and play my football, and that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself, and hopefully I'm repaying him for showing faith in me.
And Stockport County, as you mentioned, next week, they're the only team that's beaten us in the last 2 months in that FA Cup game. We're going to be playing them 3 times in the next 3 or 4 weeks, with a game on Boxing Day and New Year's Day. And they are a very good side. Yeah, they are a good side. I mean, I spoke to Max and Hume before on the way, and you know, he was saying about next week. I think we're a better side now. I think we're a bit more dangerous than what we were when we played them on that day. I think we only had 2-3 opportunities that day. Maybe we should have been 2-0 up. But I think we're a much more dangerous side now, so hopefully we can hurt them and nullify. You know, I know a few of their players. Warby is really good. Sam Walker, they've got a few good players, so just need to nullify what they can do, and then hopefully we can hurt them. And in terms of the league table, we're up to 3rd place now, which is fantastic. 22 points out of 24 in the league, and 8 straight victories here at the J Davidson Stadium in the league, FA Trophy and FA Cup. It's a fantastic record. It is. The boys are flying, but the confidence is high, and I think everybody plays for each other. So I think that really helps. We just need to keep going, not look too far ahead of ourselves. Just keep taking one game at a time, and hopefully, you know, who knows where it'll end up at the end of the season. We don't know, but we just need to keep plugging away. That's the thoughts of Connor Hampson, who scored Altrincham's very important 2nd goal that set us on the way to a 3-1 victory over Telford United this afternoon. Next action is Build-Base FA Trophy first round next Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. kick-off. Stockport County are in town.